All right. Okay, so I want to welcome you guys. It's only two of you so far. So basically, we're in the end of the year of 2019, December, and we have had a lot of growth in our team as far as new consultants starting October and November. So I am going to go over kind of like the basics of virtual parties and just go over some quick tips as stuff to follow through and get yourself set up with a system that is comfortable for you and something that Becky has put in place for all of us to follow as far as an outline and to help better our virtual parties that we have going forward. And then you could always add to your system as you get better at doing your own virtual parties. So basically this is going to run through like after you have already set up your virtual party on Consultants Corner and in Facebook. So the key thing, and a lot of this stuff is going to be kind of redundant, and I know you two, Gail and Beth, already have established like your own systems as far as what Becky has put in place for us, and then you've brought in your own like touch for your virtual parties. Hey, Carolyn. So what I want to go over is the basics for the new consultants and seasoned consultants that have been away from it for a while or are trying to jump back in to the virtual world of things with Facebook. So basically, after you have your party set up and in Consultants Corner and on Facebook, you want to make sure that you are touch base with your host, because the thing is your paycheck comes from host coaching. And you're going to keep hearing this over and over, but until you realize that, if you do not host coach your host, you're not going to get anywhere with your parties. Because if they're not willing to work with you or work for their own party, then it's going to be hard for you to get their guests involved in that host party because you don't know them and they don't trust you. So when you send out that host packet, and yes, we do send out host packets for virtual parties, there is a kind of a guide in our Wolfpack training doc of what should go in a host packet. I normally send 2 catalogs, some little mini catalogs, and of course the opportunities brochure for their kick credit and stuff. But you always want to make sure that you have a catalogs in their hand. Just because it's a virtual party doesn't mean that they don't get a catalog in hand. Some people are still old school and want to have that book in their hand. So I always send out a host packet for them. Plus, when they get the host packet, this is going to give you the best opportunity to contact your host and do that initial call with them as far as going over their party and what you expect from them and what they might expect from you as a consultant. So it's you going one-on-one with them on a phone call or even through text messaging or messenger, but you need to have that initial interaction with your host, whether it's a man or woman, it doesn't matter. Get that connection and that relationship built with your host. So once you have that talk with them and explaining that you're going to ask them to post in their party once a day, the engaging post that we have as far as our outline for host coaching, let them know what you are going to expect from them and what you want them to do, so they're not shocked later on when you do ask them on that Thursday when we start our parties, hey, I would like you to post this in your party. And they're like, what does that mean? This way, if you tell them in the initial call or within the initial post that you have their conversation with, they're not shocked. So by getting them aware of what you expect, it makes it easier throughout the process of the host coaching as well for their party. So after you get the party set up and you tell them that you've sent them their invitation to their party, they've joined, make them an admin of their party. This way they can also see who has accepted as far as members in their party and who's still in the what Facebook calls the preview stage. So make them an admin, make sure that they've accepted that. And also they have a little bit of control if someone posts something negative in their party as well. They can delete that. They have control over that too. So after they start inviting people, you want to make sure that you tell them that we want 35 or more people involved in their party. And that means join their party. They're members of the party. And that makes for a better interaction for the party. So if the party starts on Thursday and they're in the teens, like between 10 and 20 of people that have joined, you want to make sure you're communicating with them and making sure that they understand that, hey, great job on inviting the people. I know you still have people in the preview stage because you invited a lot of people. Send out reminder messages to them, making sure that they check their notifications. Also, tell them to invite more people to their party. Tell them not to judge because they don't know who's out there looking to purchase something, especially now with Christmas. I know the date has passed. We're on the 14th. Today's the last day for guaranteed shipment for Christmas, but it's still, they could still invite more people to their party. So if you guys have parties going on, let them know that, hey, you know, you could still have people invited. So even though we run our party from Thursday to Monday, each day send them a reminder. Say, hey, have you followed up with the people that are invited? You know, make sure that if they're not on Facebook that often, send them the party link. Maybe they don't want to do the Facebook party, but at least they will have the party link in hand that they could still look at the catalog and still shop their party link and possibly place an order. It's not going to hurt by them sending out a reminder or following up with the people that haven't joined and sending that link out with them. So let them know that the more people that join, the better that the party is going to be as far as interaction. Oh, I froze. Are you guys still there?
Oh, what is this?
I'm still here.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you.
Am I still frozen on the screen?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay, I'm frozen on my screen. Okay. So I'll just keep going. All right, so also, you have to make sure that the host is involved. If they're not involved in, you'll hear Becky say this, or you'll hear other consultants say this if you watch videos, that it's almost like going to a cooking show, a live cooking show, and the host doesn't show up to her own party. It's the same for a virtual party. Even though you're not in front of the host or the guest, if they're not involved with their own party, why would their guests be involved? And it just makes it that much harder for you as a consultant to get that engagement going and making it a fun party. So if the host is involved and engaged and making comments on your post that you make throughout the outlines, it makes for a better way for you to start communicating, building those relationships with their guests that they're friends with, and you're building relationships with them. So by the host liking posts, it really doesn't help you. So if you see a lot of likes within the party, you need to communicate with that host and tell them, hey, I understand that you're liking the post, I get that, but I need you to comment underneath the post. Like if you know somebody that has a product that I've just posted, you know, like call them out, tag them in a post, say, hey, what do you like about this? Or I'm thinking about getting this product. What do you guys think? That way, if other guests have it, they will start cross-selling the products to other people. So the more that they hear from other guests about a product, the better. So, any of you guys that have been to a live cooking show, you know, if you demonstrate a product and a guest has it in their home, in their kitchen, and they'd be like, oh yeah, I do this with it or do that with it, you know, and then the conversation starts within that party group there. So it's the same with a virtual party. So even though they're, like I said, they're not in front of each other, they're still reading the comments. So the more that the host can get involved, and that's why it's important for us to have the host make those engaging posts from the host coaching outline, because then it also gets the guests talking in that aspect as well. So in the host packet, the reason why I send 2 catalogs is, one, I tell the host to keep one for themselves, and then that way they could start doing their wish list by clicking on their party link, creating an account, going in, creating their wish list. That way you have an idea of what they want to purchase. So if you have an idea of what they want, then you can make posts, or if there's a product in the outline that we're running and it's part of their wish list, you could say, hey, this is what our host has in mind or has on her wish list. Does anybody else have this in their home that could, you know, tell us about what they use it for? It helps a little bit more with the engaging post of getting the guests talking as well, and cross-selling, you know, to the other guests, and helping the host decide if she wants the product or not. As far as the other catalog, it definitely helps to have that in hand for the host to take it to work, give it to the spouse, have them take it to work, take it, since we do it over the weekend, you know, if they go to different functions, if they go to church, people that aren't on Facebook, they can pass the catalog out or take it with them and have somebody look at it and, you know, create an order that you might not have gotten because the person's not on Facebook. So let them know that it's just not, you know, virtually that somebody has to order. You could have them send out a text message. You could have them call people, hand out their party link. You never know who's out there looking. So that's why I always send 2 catalogs, and I also do send mini catalogs too. So they could also hand those out and let people look, and it also has a link on there for them to view the full catalog for the minis. But you also want to make sure the host knows that it's just not for people that are on Facebook. Get the people that are involved that aren't on Facebook. So have those catalogs in hand for them to start collecting outside orders, which helps their party sales as well. So once the host starts getting orders, and once they've created an account and connected with their host dashboard, which is important, and you'll still have hosts that don't do that, but you want to keep reminding them, hey, click on your party link, create yourself an account, because it links you to your host dashboard. And what that does is it allows you to follow along with the party as far as sales, who places an order, and this is where you make your wish list, and also where you will place your order when the party is coming to an end. So it allows them to see who has placed an order and how much. So they'll be able to see what level they're at and how close they are to the next level as well. So once orders do start coming in, then they will get an email stating, hey, an order has been placed on your party, just like we do as consultants. That way we have the ability to make a thank you post. Now, thank you post. So I have run into an issue here probably like 2 or 3 times while doing this virtually for 3 years. We've taken like Pampered Chef photos of, like, from Consultants Corner of the products, and we've put in, or people have put like, thank you for your Pampered Chef order, kind of like over the product itself. And I've come across where people have thought, you know, when you put that picture on there and you put the thank you for your order as a post, that they've purchased that product that's on that picture. And I just had a party here recently that the person said, I didn't get that thing, but you know, that product. So just watch how you do your thank you post. I think I'm just going to go back to the basic of the Pampered Chef thank you that are on Consultant's Corner. It's like, thank you for your order, and it has a PC logo. That way there's no confusion of that they didn't purchase that product. So I don't know where the miscommunication was with that, but I had to explain to the host that that person did not get that in their order. They didn't place their order. It was just a thank you post. So just make sure that you're thanking the consultant or thanking the guest for their order. And also you could tag the host in that post as well, so that they thank their guest. Or another route that you could go, which I've been doing here lately, is I've been sending the host a list, you know, after a couple orders come in, saying, so-and-so, and I'll give them the names, so-and-so has placed an order, can you make a thank you post? That way it's coming from the host thanking them for an order, because they're helping out their party. I haven't had any issue with the host doing that. They're more than glad to do that. So it's another route for you to think of. Either you make the thank you post, or you ask the host if they don't mind making the thank you post for them helping out their party. And you could even send a graphic with them, telling them, hey, you can put thank you for your order and then post this picture underneath it. So that way it keeps the engagement going. Plus, by doing the thank you post, it kind of gets the other people that haven't placed their order kind of a nudge for them to start placing their orders as well. And it gives them a reminder too, especially if the host makes a post, because then it gives a notification in their guest notification saying, hey, my host just posted something. What did they post? So whether it's the engagement post or a thank you post, at least they're seeing their notifications, and they will make that that click on their notifications to see what was posted in the party. And it shows that the host is involved in their party. So one thing with orders, though, is you could do an early bird post to get people to make orders early. And if they do, you could send or add to their order the $2 Season's Best. If they order by, so the party starts on, we set it up on Tuesday, the host starts inviting people Tuesday, Wednesday, the party starts on Thursday. You could have an early bird post on Wednesday saying order before Thursday, and I'll add a Season's Best, and then let them know that during the party, if they want to add to their order, they can, just by notifying you, sending you a message, and you could add their order to add their item to their order. But it'll get orders to come in if people are the early bird type to get something free. So that's another way to get orders to start coming in to earn an extra gift on their order. So one, with the new outline Becky has done, it has a rock star. So with the rock star, I kind of changed mine up where when I first started it, I would look to see who was participating the most, and then I'd put them on a list of the top 5, and then I would have the host pick a number, and that's how the rock star was picked for me. Now I changed it where I have the host choose the rock star. So I'll say, who do you think the rock star of your party is? So it kind of makes them work a little bit to go scroll down through their party, see who has posted or commented, been the person that has been engaging in the party the most, and I let them pick who it was. They could either post the rockstar post themselves. You could give them the words, or they could create their own words. And then I gave them that Santa Rockstar graphic that Becky had created for us. I find that the last 3 parties that I had, I found that kind of fun for the host to, they had to actually go down through, see who engaged the most, and then they picked who they thought was the winner. I had one that had chosen 2 names, and I said, out of the 2, who do you choose? And they chose, and so then I posted that they were the rock star. So that's another way for the host to make more posts. So that's towards the end of the party. Then I would say on Sunday, which is within the outline, that is where you want to get your messages out, the reminders. So that's when you want to tell your host to send out her reminders, and there's words on the outline for that. Reminding her guests that her party is going to be closing up here shortly, which will be on Monday or Tuesday, and getting them aware of, that reminder, giving them a little nudge as far as placing their order and helping out her or him as a host. And then also you as a consultant need to start sending out your reminders. So creating your party in your group, your business page gives you the ability to send out messages from people that have commented on your post. So you have, if they commented under a post that you had made within the party, it has either it has like, reply, or message. And you want to scroll down through every post that you have, and you want to have a notebook next to you, because if you have a lot of people that have engaged in your party, you don't want to keep sending the same message to the same person. So once you send this message out, you want to write their name down. So if you get to the next post and their name pops up, you want to send a message to them again. So the words for that are also in the outline, and there's a couple different words that you could choose, whether they've already placed their order. You want to make a list of those people that they placed their order, and you want to send out that specific message to them. Then there's also a message, and that message for the people that placed their order is prompting them to book a party from your host. And you want to let them know that the host also earns like a 50% off item if they book a party from them. So it's a win-win for both, because the past host, which is their current friend now, will earn a 50% off item at their party, plus they earn host rewards themselves. So you want to make sure that they're aware of that, and if you have objections, you want to send it to your director or me, and let them send a screenshot so we can help you guys through the objections of trying to get those bookings on your calendar. The other message is to people that have not placed an order yet, and this is where you want to send out the party link. So if they can't find it on the party page, which is under an announcements or pinned at the top of the page, which should have been done at the beginning of the party, if they can't find it, at least it'll be on this message, the reminder message that you're about ready to send to them. So this is asking them or letting them know that with their engagement through the party with this post, letting them know that the party wouldn't have been as fun without them, and if they have any questions about any products that they've seen, and if they need any help placing their order. And then below that would be the party link. So this is all done through your business page messenger, and it goes directly to them. Other people that have not been involved in the party, it's kind of hard to send messages to them because it's not coming from your business page. They don't get it right away. If you do send messages, it's coming from you personally, and if you're not friends with them, they don't see it. So you want to encourage the people that have already participated in your party to, follow up with those answers. If they didn't answer you by Monday, you might want to do a follow-up, you know, asking them if they got the message above, because Facebook is weird sometimes. Letting them know that, hey, the party's about ready to close up, and we just want to know, we don't want to miss you as far as an order. And then the last and final tip is paying attention to the posts that we have in the outline that are focused on bookings and joining the business. And this isn't so much just all those posts. You want to kind of keep in mind of anything that was said in comments in previous posts that would kind of think, hey, this person is kind of thinking about the business or booking a party. I had somebody that said that they loved Pampered Chef products, and I sent them a message, and that wasn't even on a booking or a join the business post at all. It was just on a regular post. I think it was actually on an engaging post that the host had made. So I sent them a message, you know, saying, hey, you know, I know you posted that you love Pampered Chef, and that excites me. You know, I just want to know like what products you're looking for, you know, and I just wanted to start the conversation that way. So just keep your eye out for kind of not so much I want to book a party, but kind of hints that people might be given with their comments for these posts. So definitely keep your eye out for that, and send them a message if they're interested in a certain product. And then if they have interested in the business, you could see like whoever is like the rock star of the party, whoever posts the most, engage in the most, that makes your job easier because they've made the post fun. Those are people that you want to reach out to as well for the business side of it. Ask everybody that is involved in the party, have you ever thought about doing what I do as a consultant? The answer that you might get is no, but then you might have somebody that says, no, I never thought of it, or I've been in direct sales. Get the conversation going and see like where or why they haven't done it, or why they haven't thought about it. You know, just get the conversation going. And then of course your best lead is your host. So they're the ones that love the products. They're the ones that booked the show from you. They had fun. They did everything that you've asked, and let them know, depending on where their sales are, if they qualify for the kid coupon of either $25 or $50 off. If you have somebody that is interested in the business and you're not sure how to go about like continuing the conversation, let your director know, and we could do a 3-way conversation, or do a Zoom call. And then we also have the opportunities group that if they're still just on the fence, that you could add them to, because right now is not the best time for them, but it still keeps them in the loop of what we have to offer as far as Pampered Chef. So just keep your eye out for the host. Let them know that they're doing a great job at their party. Because if they do everything that you ask and you follow the host coaching outline and do the 5 asks throughout the party, like they have the you know, every 4 parties to have one host join. So you want to make sure that you're doing that, because there's somebody out there that wants to do this business just like you guys did and why you've signed up. So just keep your eye out for the potential bookings, potential recruits, to help grow your business, because that's what we're all in this for, is helping build our calendars and making it the best for us. So do you guys have any questions? Because that's just like the basic run through of a party from beginning to end, because we have a lot of new consultants that have joined, and some stuff gets lost in the shuffle, and but it's stuff that we have to keep going over and over until you get that system down. So, do you guys have any questions? Gail, Carolyn, Beth.
I don't have any questions, but I was going to say the one tip that I do in my parties is a couple days in, I go to the people that are still under the invited list and send the reminder again for those people.
So you do that, or have you ever asked your host to do that?
No, I've never had her do it. I guess if she's an admin, then she would be able to do it too. I never thought about that. I just usually just do it.
I usually do it too. But if I know that they're like more involved, I'll ask them and I'll show them where to go, because in the notifications it'll come up your business name has how does it, I'm not even sure, has invited you again or has invited you versus the host sending it to you. I think it would be like her name has invited you. You know what I mean?
That makes sense, yeah.
So I guess it depends on the communication that you have with your host. You could always try it and you'll see if she did it or not because you're an admin as well. So if she says she did it, you could always go into that list and see, because you can't resend it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's been sent once, that's all you get. You get one reminder send and that's it. So, but that's a good tip. That's a very good tip.
Can you send the reminders from anything but a laptop?
Yeah, you can send them from your phone.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think once they're sent once, I don't think you could send them again.
I don't think so either, but
Yeah.
I've only ever done it from the laptop.
Yeah, you could send it. So when you go in on your phone, and it should be the same for an Android or iPhone, you click on members, and then at the top, at least on an Android, I'm not sure about iPhone, at the top it has like the file folders. So let me just pull one real quick. So give me 1 second. Yeah, I think it has, let's see. So if I click on members, yeah, it has, so when you click on members from your phone, it'll have members, everybody that's listed or that has become a member. Then it had, the next file folder is admin. So it'd be you, your business page, and the host. And then the next folder is invited.
I found it. You have to click on the name and then it says send reminder.
Yeah, you click on, like, it pulls up a list, and then you click on the 3 dots, and then it'll, because I already sent from this group, and it says it's already been sent.
Yeah, well, mine, you click on the name, on the iPhone, you click on the name and it pops up a list of where you can send the reminder or view their profile.
Okay. See, that's what I mean. iPhone and Android are a little bit different.
Yep.
So I'm just giving from the Android standpoint. So
Sounds good. I didn't realize that.
now another thing that you guys could do too, as a reminder, that I've been doing, and I think it depends on like where your tower's pinging, because I just talked to Becky about this, on your laptop, because you can't do it from your phone, on your laptop where it has the members that have joined, and to send that message out to them. I tried to do it from my business page this past week, but it only brought up me and the host. So I had to actually change my interacting as my business page to my personal profile and send out that message that way. So it listed everybody that had joined. But when I talked to Becky, she said she was able to do it from her business page. So it was just weird. Facebook does little changes here and there. So it's just things that we have to kind of work our way around and figure out like which way we need to go. So that's why I said I think it depends on the towers of where it's pinging off of, because Becky's only 20 minutes away from me, but she's able to do it, but I wasn't able to do it. So,
Right.
And I don't know if you guys were able to do it or not. but I had to change from my business profile to my personal profile to send out that welcome post. Kind of, I do it at the end of the party. That way it sends them a reminder, hey, the party's getting ready to close. And I send I tell them to check out the party link in the announcements, you know, so they're getting an actual notification that way, the ones that have joined.
Well, I found I also have to change to interacting as myself in order to tag people in posts. I can't tag people if I'm interacting as my business page.
On your laptop?
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, I have to interact as myself to tag.
Okay, so what you could do, because I had that issue in the beginning, I can't do it on my phone. I can't tag anybody on my phone, but I can on my laptop. But you could also go under the comments and tag people. You should be able to tag under the
I don't know. I have to try that.
So if you make a post and you put the person's name in the initial post at the top, then go in the comments and tag them there. I did that a while ago, like maybe a month ago.
Okay.
I was doing that. Like it wasn't letting me tag them in the thank you, because I think I was doing it from my phone. So it wasn't allowing me to tag them on there, but it allowed me to tag them in the comments. So I think it just depends on where you're at, your location wise, of what we're allowed to do. Like I said, Becky said it's the different towers that Facebook sends out signals. I don't know. I wish it would just stay consistent, but
I know it's so
it doesn't.
frustrating.
But it's just, these are the things that we need to like know from like each other, saying, hey, I tried this, can you guys do this? Or, you know, that way we could try to make our lives a little easier as far as making the virtual party side of it run a little smoothly for us, since Facebook is doing a lot of changes here and there. So Carolyn, do you have any comments, questions?
No, everything. You did an awesome job, Tiff.
Thanks.
No comments.
Okay.
I think you pretty much covered it all.
It's just, I mean, it's a lot of things that we keep going over and over, but until everybody gets their system, and it sounds redundant, but you know, you have to put that system into play. And once you start putting that system into play is when you're going to start finding it a lot easier for you to do virtual parties and to also add more to your task of doing things within your virtual parties. You can't add everything all at once because that's just too overwhelming. So doing the little things at first, getting the basics down, and then moving forward, you'll find it a lot easier. And as a new consultant, for all those new consultants that we have on our team, that's what you have to do. You have to do the basics first and then add a step here, a step there. Once you get used to those different steps and getting better at them, then add a little bit more, then get used to those, then add a little bit more. But stay consistent to your basics and don't lose sight of what and why you started doing your virtual parties. Because sometimes you get comfortable, and I know I can speak from experience. There was stuff that I did 3 years ago that I don't do now, and I'm thinking, why don't I do this now? So come this new year, I'm going to start, putting it back to the basics and, going forward, because it was stuff that worked and I just lost sight of that, and I need to go back to doing that. So. All right, guys. Well, I won't keep you any longer. Last time I went over way too long with my video. So I want to thank you for joining. I'm going to stop the recording now. And
thank you for your time.
oh, thank you.